Raise your hand if you're thinking about starting a printables business. If so, you're in the right place. You might know that I switched my party decorations to printables, and it was the best decision I ever made. However, in the beginning of making printables, there were a lot of unanswered questions and fears that came up for me. And at the time that I started, I didn't know about any online courses that taught me how to sell printables. However, looking back, would I have invested my time and my money into a course to learn how to design and sell printables? I know for me, whenever I have come across someone that's selling a course about something that I'm interested in learning more about, I often find myself wondering, should I do it? And maybe you're the same way. But before I rush to a hard yes or no, let's talk about why you're asking the question in the first place. If you're contemplating taking a course, that means that you want to have some kind of transformation. You want to go from someone who doesn't know how to do something, or maybe doesn't know how to do all the things of how to do something, to someone who does. And that is the perfect time to take an online course, because investing in a course is all about investing in a transformation within yourself. And maybe you want that transformation, but there's some hesitations coming up for you. For example, you might be thinking that you could just DIY your way into a printables business and figure it all out on your own. And I'll be honest with you, you could definitely do that. It's what I did. But that's really only because there wasn't a course at the time that I could take to help me do it faster and more efficiently. If there had been a course for me to take, I probably would have done it, because I have taken so many courses in my time, and there is not one of them that I regret buying. Even if a course was not exactly what I expected, or maybe not to my expectations, there's always that one small takeaway from a course that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And it's those bits of knowledge that are truly worth it. Another hesitation that you could have is that the course may sit unwatched and unused. That's a huge thing that happens in the online course world. So many courses go unwatched. In fact, there was a course that I paid over $1,000 for that I didn't even use for so long. It was 2 years before I finally started using it. And you know what was great about that? Is that I purchased it and then watched it, and I took the actions from it when I was actually ready. If I had waited until I was ready, the course probably wouldn't have been open, and I would have had to wait even longer. So although I paid that much for an online course and technically didn't use it for 2 years, it was totally worth it to me. You never know when you will suddenly get more time or a surge in passion to get started. And having the course there ready for you to dive in is priceless. You might also be worried about the investment that's involved with taking a course. I have absolutely been there with all the questions like, is it worth the money? And will I make back what I put into it? And all of that. But what exactly is the alternative? Well, the alternative is that you don't spend the money and you figure it all out on your own. But here's what you might also not know. My mentor, who I bought a course from, says that the transformation is in the transaction, meaning that if you plan to watch a free video instead of buying a course, many times you don't take it seriously. You don't make the actual transformation to a printable seller. So how do you counteract this phenomenon? Well, you invest in yourself. And by doing so, it tells the universe you're serious and you're ready to make this a real thing. And here's the thing about making that investment in yourself. People invest thousands of dollars into getting a college degree, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. And a lot of times, you have to take a bunch of classes that you aren't even interested in. Whereas an online course is one subject that you're excited and passionate about. Why not spend the money, which is probably much less than a college education, on something that interests and excites you? Investing in yourself and continuing to grow and learn is so important. Whether or not you are doing that through an online course or by just watching free videos online, that's totally up to you. But I do encourage you to keep learning and keep growing so that you can learn to do all the things that you want in life. When we get complacent and we think we know it all, and there's nothing that someone else who's further along could teach us, that's when we start our growth. There's always more to learn, and that's why I personally will always be investing in more and more courses and mentor programs as I grow my business, because I know it's going to push me to be the person that I need to be in order to be successful. If you're a little more convinced that a printables course might be something for you, then you might already know that I have one. It's not open as I'm recording this video, but it will be opening soon. So if you're interested, stay tuned, because it might just be the the thing that you need to finally get started and get moving in your printables business. In the meantime, you should probably learn the habits you need to adopt in order to be successful on Etsy. So I have a free training for you that you are going to love. You can grab it over at atouchofla.com/habits. And this is where I'm going to talk all about the most important habits that you need to grow a printables business and how to get them. So enjoy the free training, and I will see you in the next video.